Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Jan of Kaduna reporting for duty on hashtag Sustainable Sun. Today's video is going to touch about Nigerians government attitude towards single-use plastic or the ban of single-use plastics in Nigeria. But first, before we dive into the video, let us do some housekeeping. If you have strolled to my channel, thank you very much for finding me, and I believe that you're going to enjoy the content you will find here. So why don't you first subscribe, like the video, and continue watching the environmental sustainability gorgeousness that you're going to learn and you're going to watch here sharp. So thank you very much, and I hope you've done that. Now I'm back into the video. What are single-use plastics? Single-use plastics are actually plastics that are meant to be used just once. Single use. Most of the time they can last for a short period of like 4 minutes after you've used them, and then that's like their lifespan. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, but they are designed to be used just once and you throw them away. And examples of single-use plastics include plastic bottles for water, soft drinks, plastic plates, plastic cutlery, single-use plastic bags, that's nylon bags we get when we shop, styrofoam plates that we also use to get food, plastic straws, sanitary products, because you use them, you can't do anything with them again, sanitary products, balloons. These are just a fraction of a whole lot of single-use plastics that we have everywhere. Like, it depends on where you come from. There are some kind of single-use plastics that just common to a certain part of the world, but these are common examples of single-use plastics that we have around. Now, why are single-use plastics bad for us? Plastics are not bad. I know there's a whole lot of environmentalists, they always talk about how bad plastics are, but plastics in the actual sense are not bad. We use them for a whole lot of things in different parts of the world. They're in almost everything that we do, so we cannot just say do away with plastics, because we need them. They make lives easy. But single-use plastic, because of the way they are designed, are not always beneficial to us, the individuals, being that some of these plastics that you use for just a few minutes outlive you. Even when you're done using them, they outlive you. You could have a plastic bag that you just use to just get produce from the market, and you just use it for at most 2 hours till you get to your home or you get to your destination. And that plastic bag, when you throw it away, it stays for another 400 years at least. You've died, maybe your children have died. The plastic bag that you used to buy akara is still alive on earth. Plastics do not biodegrade, and it's worse for single-use plastics, especially the ones that cannot be recycled. So when you throw them away, because they cannot be recycled, so either you burn them or they just stay somewhere. They are just somewhere in the earth. Even when you burn them, they are not totally gone. There's still some fragments of them that still exist somewhere. So now in Nigeria, plastic pollution is a big deal for us, because we see how, due to the fact that our waste management systems are broken, so we see a lot, and due to the fact that our waste management systems are broken and our waste disposal culture is very low, we have a lot of people still throwing away trash indiscriminately just outside their window. Both the rich, the poor, the beautiful, the ugly, everyone does this. Due to our poor waste disposal culture, you now find these single-use plastics in our drainages, on water bodies, littered on the streets, everywhere. Even when you think you've burned them and they are out of sight, they are not totally out of sight. They are just out of your own naked sight, but they are everywhere. They pollute the air. They pollute our groundwater when they are kept in landfills, or when they are kept in landfills. The chemicals in them, some of the toxic chemicals that they have in them, actually contaminate our groundwater, thereby poisoning our water before it even gets to you. They cause land pollution because they're everywhere, and they're also in our soil, so they cause land pollution. They clog our drainages, which also causes flooding, which is something that is very common to an average Nigerian man. We see how, either due to poor drainage systems or even plastics clogging the already poor drainage systems that we have flooding, especially big urban cities in Nigeria. This is a very common sight there. Now that we're seeing how these single-use plastics continue to choke us and continue to kill us without us even knowing, what is the government stance on single-use plastic? Nigeria is currently ranked the 6th highest country producing unmanaged plastics. At least we are top on some kind of list. For the negative reason. Lagos alone produces 2,250 tons of plastic waste, which is almost equivalent to like 10 to 15 tractors of plastic waste every day. Equivalent, I'm not too sure about that, but it's a whole lot. 2,250 tons, go to the math. That's what Lagos alone produces every day. That's one city in Nigeria. In 2019, the Federal House of Representatives brought a bill as the Plastic Bags Prohibition Bill 2018. This bill was to ban plastic bags and address plastic pollution within Nigeria. And paper bags was meant to be the new alternatives for shopping bags in Nigeria. There were fines and penalties of like 500,000 to 3 years in prison for individual offenders, and also like 5 million naira fines for companies that offend, like companies that do not go through with this bill, go through with what the bill wanted. That was total ban on single-use plastic bags. You couldn't use single-use plastic bags, and if you were caught, those were the fines and penalties they were supposed to. Those were the fines and penalties that you could face. But that bill didn't even go through a second reading, and we don't even know why. It's just there. And our environment keeps on degrading from 2019 till now. Plastic pollution keeps on increasing and is going to double. Reports by researchers and experts say that if nothing is done, we're going to have more plastics in our oceans and our rivers than fishes by the year 2050. That is just like 28 years away from now. I might still be alive to see that. For something as serious as plastic pollution, as it kills us without guns or violence, it kills us silently. Not much is done about it. That is to show that as a government, they are kind of unserious, because you wouldn't say it is a thing about a developing country. We have developing countries that have put this same thing in their forefront and tried to tackle it, and they are doing great work in tackling it. We have countries like Rwanda, Kenya and Tanzania, especially Rwanda, have made sure that they have become one of the cleanest cities in Africa, and they have faced almost the same problems as Nigeria. So it's just a thing about government putting what is of the best interest of the people first, instead of putting things that are of the best interest of themselves first. Now, there's also an expected ban date of 2028 as contained in the proposed National Policy on Plastic Waste Management. 2028, okay. It might happen, it might not just happen. Now that the government have left us to our fate and have, by their body language, shown that plastic pollution is not like one of the things on their forefront right now. Tackling plastic pollution is not one of the things on their forefront. That does not mean that we should stop the fight, or we should abandon it, because in as much as they are doing things more for their own interest and not for the people's interest, we as the people, we know how it's going to affect us, and we should be able to stand up and demand that things should change. But before we demand for things to change, what can we as individuals do to effect change inwardly or in our own little ways? Firstly, waste management systems. Waste management companies in Nigeria needs revamp. They need a revamp. We need to invest more in the waste management sector to be able to cater to the ever-growing population of Nigeria and the ever-growing waste needs of Nigerians, so that we can be able to tackle waste management. That is one of the first steps to tackling plastic pollution in Nigeria. Also, as individuals, there should be more education towards sustainability, environmental sustainability for Nigerians, by enforcing and singing that reduce, refuse, reuse, recycle. It's very important, and making sure that it's part of our life and part of our lifestyles as Nigerians, and not just about, and we need more people, we need the mass media, we need traditional media to buy into these and to tell more stories. and to do a whole lot more for more of the people that might not have access to the internet or to watch videos like mine or videos from other Nigerians or Africans talking about environmental sustainability and about environmental problems in Nigeria, so that we could have more people doing the work, and the more people are aware that the normal way of life that they have known is not good for themselves or their children or the future of their generation. And for them to be able to have a sustainable future, they have to do the right thing and to start acting now. Also, education on swaps and making sure that sustainable swaps are readily available and accessible to the everyday Nigerians. Not that some of these sustainable swaps are not available in Nigeria, but they are not accessible. They are not accessible to the everyday Nigerian. Either they're too expensive, or you cannot find them in like local Nigerian market. So investment should be put in their area. Environmental groups and societies should also stand up and shout the loudest, and shouldn't be just about being in rooms. Yes, being in rooms to make decisions matter, but also doing the work outside of those rooms matter the most. Now that we have done some of the things that as individuals we can do to make sure that we tackle plastic pollution or environmental problems in Nigeria, we need to start disturbing our lawmakers. It's time for Nigerians to realize that we put these people in power, and they are there to work for us, and they are there to do things for our interest and not for their interest. And we should write to our local lawmakers, people representing us in the house. We should write to them, this bill is already there, why is it not going forward? What can be done to push it forward? These are the kind of things that we should be fighting for. And these are the type of things we should be fighting for, and not just who is going to eat the national cake. Yes, I know that Nigeria as a country is plagued by nepotism, corruption, and a whole lot of things plaguing Nigeria as a country. But we have the power to push things into the positive light, or to push things into positivity for us as Nigerians, so that we can enjoy our country and enjoy whatever the country could give us. In all this, we should always remember that we have to act now, because if we do not act now, plastic pollution is going to claim our lands, it's going to claim our seas, it's going to claim our lives if we do not act now. So if you have any other ways that Nigerians or the Nigerian government could fight plastic pollution or could bring solutions to our environmental problems in Nigeria, I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. So if you've watched this video up to now, you're doing well. Thank you very much. Please like it to help me and to help this video reach more people. And we are trying to build a community of environmentally conscious people, and with your help we can be able to make that happen. Until my very next video, remember that you can be the change that you want to see. John of Kaduna, signing out.